Hello, hello, Jamal Rashad coming to you from Walkersville, Maryland. Today I'm with my good friend, Coach Andre Jackson, Walkersville High School wrestling team. As you can see, we're in the wrestling room. Today is ValorLives interview series number 14. Why are we doing what we're doing? Number one, because there's people out there who deserve to have their stories told. Number two, because there's people out there who need to hear successful stories. And number three, to let you know that you could go out there with a camera phone and a selfie stick and a tripod and interview your community, impact your community for a positive way. So as always, no interview goes over 10 minutes, no special lightings, no editing, one take, raw and uncut. Coach Jackson, long time no see, brother.
Good to see you.
Why do you do what you do? Why are you a wrestling coach?
You know, it all started back when I was in high school. You know, I grew up downtown Frederick, you know. I grew up without a dad, you know, because my dad died when I was really young. It was just me and my mom. And my high school wrestling coach, Coach Fred Brigee, he was probably the first person outside of my family who actually took an interest in me and like didn't want nothing involved, didn't want nothing for it. You know, I guess the biggest impact it had on me is my sophomore year. A team was going to a wrestling camp, and I didn't have the money. You know, we were very poor back then. We didn't have money for it, and I told Coach I couldn't go, and he said, "Why?" And I said, "I didn't want to talk about it." And then he kept pressing. I said, "Well, Coach, you don't have the money." He said, "Don't worry about it, Jackson. You're going to camp." You know, and that just struck me. It's funny, you know. Here's this guy. I mean, I sucked in ninth grade. I'm telling you, I wasn't that great at wrestling in ninth grade, but I showed the interest in it, you know, and I had a passion for it. But he paid out of his own pocket to send me to wrestling camp, you know, and that resonated with me to this day, you know. It's a step, you know, I had such a positive experience with coaching, you know. It was a sort of no-brainer. I started coaching, not even thinking about it. You know, once I got out of college and I came back, you know, hey, you want to help the team? Sure, you know, it's like what I was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. So, what has been, number one, how long have you been a wrestling coach? And number two, what has been one of the proudest moments of your career?
I've been coaching wrestling since 1989, when I first volunteered assistant over at Frederick High School. Probably my proudest moment was probably 1996. That was my fourth year as head coach, and we won the Maryland State Dual Meet Championship. That was the first time as a head coach winning the state title.
Okay. What has been one of the lowest moments of your career?
Probably one of the lowest moments of my career when after the schools redistricted and basically we lost our mat club as our feeder, you know, we didn't have the same draw that we had, and we actually went, you know, we didn't have a very good record in Frederick High for a long time. And it was really tough, because up to that point we were winning, and, you know, and it was like the first time in my life we were below 500, and, you know, and I started doubting myself a little bit, wondering why I was still doing it. But I found another, you know, but I also come to realize it's not just about winning and losing. That was why I was coaching.
Okay. How do you create team culture where all your wrestlers are getting along and not hating each other by the end of the year?
One thing I'll say quite frankly, you have, you know, not only limited amount of time to be a competitive athlete, to be in high school, but you're gonna be a good man all your life. You know, the wrestling is like a brotherhood. It's fraternity. It's like shared suffering, and we all work at the same goal. You know, and you're only as strong as your weakest link. You know, you need to pick up your brother. You know, the coaches are here. You know, we're going to beat you down. We're going to be hard on you. We're going to give you crap, push to make you better. But it's up to you to pick each other up, keep each other going. You know, and that's just stuff. You know, where the coaches are heavy and the leaders, you know, they're peer leaders, the captains. It's your job to pick these guys up, you know, and to push them. It's really important that we don't do that. I guess back in the old day, that hazing, that ninth grade treatment crap, you know. We got no time for that. Got no time for this. If everybody's in here busting their ass, everybody in here is giving you everything they got, you know, he deserves your respect. You know, he's a member of the team. You know, and, you know, by the end of it, you know, it starts off, you know, we always lose a few people here and there, but, you know, you weed out the weak, and, you know, and not the weak in skill, but the weak in character. Mm-hmm. They drop pretty early. So what we have left here, you know, if I only have 10 good men, I only have 10 good men, but I have 10 good guys who are brothers who will fight together to the end. Okay.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That's a good question. You know, you know, I've been the second career, so to speak, because I spent 17 and a half years working at East Dalco, and now I'm in the school system, working as a special education instructional assistant in pyramid program. 5 years, I'm probably still here. I'm still coaching wrestling. But toying with going back to school, getting my teaching certificate. But once you crack half a century, it's sort of tough to to get in that steady and bring mind.
Okay. Do you have a morning routine, something you do every morning to get you started and successful for your day?
Uh, I guess I pretty much set routine. I'll get up, I'll turn on the computer, I'll check emails. I'll gotta have my morning coffee. But I always take at least about 5 to 10 minutes just to sit back, relax. I don't really call it meditation or prayer, but I take about 5 minutes to center myself. Before the day, before I get started. Sort of going over the day's events, what I need to do, just get a good game plan together before I get to the house. Because the worst thing I can do, my worst morning is when I jump out of bed, jump in the shower, then run out the door, and it seems like I can never get caught up after that. But but if I just get up about 10 minutes early, and just take that 5 minutes just to sit there and just chill, wake up, relax, have the coffee, prepare mentally for my day, that really seems to help me have a good day.
All right. What one book or audio are you currently reading or listening to?
Not really a book per se, but I do watch a lot of stuff online, and I've been watching a lot of stuff by Jordan Burroughs. Jordan Burroughs is probably the most amazing wrestler right now of our time. He just got named the U.S. Olympic Male Athlete of the Year. So he's a man of strong faith too. So I've been watching, reading a lot of his interviews and reading his speeches and his testimonials and stuff like that.
Okay. Do you have a success habit?
Not really a habit, but I know if you never try, you never be successful. What I don't do is quit. Like I said, I could have folded up shop a long time ago and quit this coaching because I didn't have the skills or the experience, guys. But like I said, that's not the reason I coach. I coach because of the kids. Mm-hmm. I think not every kid I coach becomes a state champion, but I think every kid that I coach becomes a little better man. A little better individual, a little more sure of himself. What we teach in wrestling is, to be able to stand in a ring on your own and make decisions for yourself. All the coaching's done in a practice room, but when you're out there in the mat, it's just you and your opponent, and it's up to you. And I think that's a life skill that transcends athletics and really helps guys once they leave here.
Okay. What are you most thankful for?
Most thankful for is, I guess, this for the sport of wrestling, because I've just met some amazing people and families and athletes. What they've given to me far outweighs what I've had to give to them. Just the people, the families, and with Facebook, I'm in contact with people who I wrestled with in high school. My teams at Frederick. It's just, they're all good people. The wrestling community is a great community of people, and they always take care of their own.
Okay. So in wrapping up, a few rapid fire, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say a word or a question. You tell me the first thing that comes in your mind. And the cool thing about this, I don't even know what I'm going to ask you, so this could go in any way. So, do you still yell "shoot the half" when they're out on the mat?
Yes.
Okay. You may not know, but that's actually my email.
Shoot the half.
Shoot the half at AOL.com. Yeah. And it doesn't have any numbers after 1, 2, 3, 10 or whatever. Dan Gable.
Legend.
Okay. What was the other guy? Kel Sanderson.
The newer legend.
All right. Star Wars. You just saw that, right?
Oh, epic. Awesome.
Epic. Did you see it in 3D?
I refuse. I'm a little cheap. I refuse to pay the extra money for the 3D.
Okay. How about what's another question that I could ask you? Penn State, they have a good program, don't they?
Yeah. I believe Sanderson's still up there.
Okay.
They're always gonna be a contender.
All right. State championships.
It's hard work. There's no answer, but you can't be lucky in the state championship. It's got to come from hard work.
Okay, great. Well, that was interview series number 14. If you go to my website, ValorLives.com, enter coach in the search engine, all his information will pop up, how he wants you to get in contact with him, assuming he does, because he's a pretty private person. But Coach Jackson, my wrestling coach from Frederick High 2002, I thank you for your time. Go out there, show some valor. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. You guys have a great day. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.